Today we're going over a real estate market update for March. We're going to be looking at all of February's numbers and discussing what they mean for buyers and sellers here in Jefferson County. Now, if you're new to the channel, my name is Spencer Lowe. I'm with United Real Estate Louisville. Click that subscribe button as well as that bell notification so you never miss another market update or buyer and seller tips video. With all that being said, let's jump into the video. Now, the first number we always like to look at is our inventory. Now, currently for the month of February, Jefferson County was sitting right at 1.73 months of inventory. Now, basically what that means is that if no more houses were listed, how long would it take the buyer demand to eat up all the houses on the market? Basically what we do is we take the last 90 days of total sales, we divide that number by 3, and then we take that number and we divide the total number of listings on the market by that number. So basically, let's say there's 3,000 houses that sold in the past 90 days. We divide that by 3, so that way we have 1,000 houses are being sold every 30 days. And then we take the total number of our listings on the MLS and we divide it by the 1,000 number. So if we had 2,000 listings on the MLS, we divide it by 1,000, we'd have 2 months of inventory. Now, with that being said, 6 months of inventory is considered as even playing field amongst buyers and sellers. So it's really important to realize that yes, because below 6 months is seller's market territory, being just over 2 months or just under 2 months of inventory, we are still in the seller's market. So we're not really close to getting into that even playing field amongst buyers and sellers. Anything above 6 months, that starts to get into a buyer's market. So we're definitely still in the seller's market, just with our inventory being as low as it is. Now, the second number we always like to look at is our median days on market. And our median days on market for the month of February was sitting right at 24 days. Now, what's important to realize about that number is 24 days is a pretty long time as far as what we've seen in the past. So keep in mind that if we prep the house right, we stage it right, we focus on curb appeal, I've got videos on all of that stuff, and then we also price the house correctly and we market it the right way, it can still sell a little bit quicker than that. And we are still seeing houses sell in 2 to 3 days from the time they hit the market, getting multiple offers. We are still in that style of a market. With that being said, if you don't price it right, we don't market it, we do stuff wrong, chances are it could take a lot longer than the 24 days. So that's just the median, that's what most houses are. But with that being said, our average days on market is currently sitting right at 54 days. So if we're not prepping it right, we're not focusing on curb appeal, we don't price it right, and we don't do marketing on it, it could take a lot longer to sell. Now, our average sales price for Jefferson County for February was sitting just over $316,000. And if you want to know what your house is doing in today's market as far as value, I've got a free calculator down below. So if you are just looking for a general ballpark, but if you're looking for a more accurate number because you've done updates, renovations, repairs, or you've added an addition to your house and you want all that stuff considered, give me a call. I'd love to sit down with you, run some numbers, and discuss what we can do as far as selling your house. My phone number is down in the description. I'd love to talk to you. Now, if you're a buyer in today's market, these numbers basically mean that we are still in a seller's market. But what's really important for you is to make sure that we actually get pre-approved before we start looking at houses, and we sit down with a real estate agent, discuss the entire buying process, our timeframes to move, our plans to move, our goals to move, different things like that, and then also sit down with them and discuss what you're actually looking for. Because the sooner that you do that, the sooner we can start sending you properties. We might hear about something coming on the market before it's actually listed, and we can get you into these houses as soon as they hit the market. And it's also really important that you are flexible on your time frames as far as, you know, getting into the houses. So if you see a house on a Friday and you see it pop up on Zillow or we send it over to you, it's really important that we get in Friday night, first thing Saturday morning, because in today's market, if we wait around, it's a chance that it could sell or we could end up in multiple offer situations. So it's really important that we get in as quickly as we possibly can, and that all comes from our prep work as far as getting pre-approved before we start looking, and then sitting down with a real estate agent before we start looking as well. So if you want to sit down with a real estate agent, I'd love to talk to you. I've got my phone number down below. You can either text or call me 24, so I'm pretty much available at any time of the day. So if you're watching this at 9 o'clock, don't feel like it's too late. Just give me a call or shoot me a text. All right, now if you're a seller in today's market, it's really important to remember that yes, we are still in a seller's market, but with that being said, it's still important to prep the house correctly, focus on our curb appeal, stage the house, and also focus on different things like the scent of the house and how it looks in pictures. You know, if we take our cell phone out and we run through the house and just take a bunch of pictures, it's going to show us what our house looks like through a camera lens. And things like countertops have a tendency to get way overcrowded, and it's really important because when you're taking pictures, they look overcrowded. When you're standing there in person, they don't. So run through your house, take pictures with your phone. It makes a huge difference. And the other thing that I'll tell you is it's also really important to price the house correctly. And if you are curious, like I said before, I'd love to run some numbers on your house or come and take a look at your house, see what you've done, and then run some numbers on it. Give me a call. I've got my phone number down below. And then as far as getting the house out to the masses, it's really important. I focus on social media marketing because we have such a little time on market for most houses. I focus on social media ads because that's really what can actually get the house out to the masses in the shortest amount of time possible. I actually wrote the book on social media marketing, Selling Smarter, How I Leverage Social Media to get your house massive exposure. So if you want a copy of my book, you can text or call me. I'd love to send you a copy of my book. But if you want to sit down and discuss the entire selling process as well as what all I can do for you, give me a call. I've got my cell phone number down below. I'd love to talk to you. Once again, my name is Spencer Lowe. I'm with United Real Estate Louisville, and I'll see you in the next one.